mmadụ ejighị enwe ike last kwuo longer. Ugbu a na this machine anọ na Port Harcourt Road today na stabilize all the cement eji na wee asị emecha ya otu a eroluo ya gbaa ya mmiri hapụ ya for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks eme ya stone base o nwere ike kechie dọwa ya akpọ rigid pavement here cement. Each big bag and a weigh about 50 bars, and that wall over 30 something pixels. Now along Port Harcourt Road, why this stabilizer machine has stabilized here, has stabilized the relationship. Here Port Harcourt Road can report from number 1 gave to the measure from now to Easter or after Easter. As the chamber we can make asphalt. Here with the first 3 lane. About the other side. So as it comes in Boa, you're watching Kepu TV. I love you all.
Kepu TV, funny guy. I think listen, some of you who don't know what is going on, or a lot of stuff going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. Owerri is beautiful. I know I don't like Oplesuz or Dingba, and I probably don't know who did it. Man, when I saw Owerri, hi, you just wonder why politicians are so criminally minded. All right? However, if you really want to follow up on the happenings in eastern Nigeria where they are not singing any of their rogues sincerely, like you can tell, oh no, this is abysmal. Oh, this is poor. Oh, that's great. Things you can track coming from the eastern part of Nigeria. I think you should follow somebody like that Kepu guy. In fact, he is somebody who keeps giving daily reports on constructions, developments in Abia State. I find him kind of interesting, and I couldn't take my eyes off that, okay? So it seems that the difference between Soludom's cement on the road and Alex Otti's cement on the road is the machine, right? So if they had put machines normally on this road, I'll show you again. Probably it won't look like an horrible... No, this doesn't look good. I'm going to show you again.
Road. Now turn you let me see you. If we are going to get cement.
That's why I said I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just being sarcastic. It says some Igbos there. And in that Igbo is saying that Soludo, Soludo is this, Soludo is that, a great job. He's doing a great work for the blah, blah, blah. I do not understand all of the Igbos he said there. That's why I said I'm not sure if he's either being sarcastic or he's being for real. You, my Biafran brethren who understands Igbo very well, you probably will tell me what he's saying here. Is he being sarcastic? Or is he being for real? Please.
Road. Now turn you let me see you. If we are going to get cement. One bag issue everywhere. I'm on life. MC Blessed is one day in her life. The way name. So you went to lie. You only know alone are very solid. May the God of Anambra State bless our excellency, and may God of the whole world also bless him. He's a wonderful man and he's doing well. And well, the governor who brought on an Igbo, I had a so very near enough to get our cement. Very near enough now. Cement. For our baguru. Naka if you're nanina. It will have lowered it. Can if you feel like you may in next 50 years? Molo. Agwala no one has honest. Nobody. Oh, we go to 60 mark. Then 40 mark and others. And the name 40 mark, we 25. Emono and Abu. Go there. Saludo for solution. Saludo for solution. Saludo for solution. May your days belong. May your days belong. May your days belong. May your days belong. Only going to work on you. I can because I'm a female. Forgetting down on no. Na kuiva call her. Manabia can negotiate on a leo and life. No, na lilo. How come money get more and follow my MC Blessed ABS? Oh, so only one way in the real original the truth of the whole matter. If one am going to manage you, you other go on your can just MC Blessed ABS one day. One goes with a gozi. I don't any fake. I don't call it fake news. You know what? The real news, the facts. Other go the facts. Fair announcement. Trailer is another trailer is coming.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Baba, from what I have been reading, some believe that this must be sarcastic. I mean, it's sarcasm, right? Others knows that it seems that the guy himself is a sycophant, and they said there are many in Anambra. Okay, so what he's saying there is that Soludo is doing great, okay? And the road is building for them will last for 60 years. Some will last for 40, all right? And, you know, it doesn't carry fake news. This is what is happening right now. Soludo is, you know. So some people say that he's a sycophant. So I shouldn't possibly see him as being sarcastic because it might be for real and it is for the next election. I'll leave it at that. There's something I want to share with you. Do you know that in Nigeria right now, there are some of these states in Nigeria who are spending over 26 billion naira on Ramadan food? I won't go check my screenshots because I couldn't look away. I screenshotted it. Here you get. Because I've been like, my head has been like sort of spinning around it. And I'm like, oh, more Ramadan spending. After they collected money from, what do you call it, their federal monthly allocation, okay? So from this last one, right, they said, hang on, no, listen to this one. Nigeria, Tifnumbu shared to over 2 trillion naira 2 days ago. Okay. No, maybe last weekend, but it was announced yesterday that the government of Nigeria shared 2.01 trillion naira in the month of March. And according to them, these are the following allocation given to each state in Nigeria. Monthly allocation. The federal government will remove 51% or 55% of the whole money, the 2.01 trillion. The remaining money will then be shared to 36 states and FCT, as well as 774 local government areas, which when divided into all these 36 states, they become part and parcel of what goes to that state. And you can say the 45% that will go to the state, 25% for the state, 20% for the local government areas, 774 local government areas, and 36 states. So from what we heard, Abia State collected 8.3 billion. Adamawa collected 8.4 billion. Akwa Ibom collected 26.6 billion. Anambra collected 10.1 billion. Bauchi collected 8.3 billion. Bayelsa collected 22.8 billion. Bayelsa is the second poorest state in Nigeria, but the second highest state that collects revenue in Nigeria. It is also the smallest state in Nigeria. The state with the highest revenue, highest allocation, the state that is the smallest in size, and yet the state that is second poorest. What corruption cannot destroy does not exist. So let's go on. 22.8 billion is what Bayelsa State collected from the Federation account yesterday. Then Benue collected 9.7 billion. Borno collected 10.5 billion. Cross River collected 6.6 billion. Delta State collected 38.1 billion. Ebonyi collected 7.3 trillion. Edo collected 10.2 billion. Ekiti 6.9 billion. Enugu 8.5 billion. Gombe 7.1 billion. Imo 9.5 billion. Jigawa 9.8 billion. Kaduna 7.3 billion. Kano 13.6 billion. Katsina 9.8 billion. Keribi 8.8 billion. Kogi 7.4 billion. Kwara 7.3 billion. Lagos 23.6 billion. Nasarawa 7.7 billion. Niger 8.5 billion. Ogun 7.1 billion. Ondo 10.3 billion. Osun 7.8 billion. Oyo 10.5 billion. Plateau 7.8 billion. River State 28.4 billion. Taraba 8.1 billion. Yobe 7.9 billion. And lastly, Zamfara 7.9 billion. This is the money they shared in March this month. However, salaries and all of that are still being held. But you see the following states. The Sharia state of the northern Nigeria. Do you want to know how much they are spending on Ramadan? Feeding the poor or feeding the people in their own states? I'll start with the Katsina. Katsina is going to spend 10 billion naira to feed people for Ramadan. Sokoto is going to spend 6.7 billion naira to feed the people. Kano is going to spend 6 billion naira. Jigawa will spend 2.83 billion naira. Keribi will spend 1.5 billion naira. Niger will spend 976 million naira. And lastly, Yobe will spend 178 million naira. In 2022, Kano spent 240 million naira feeding the people during Ramadan. But you know, in 2024, Kano will be spending 6 billion naira feeding the people on Ramadan. This is how they kind of channel all the money. It is Ramadan. If you say they shouldn't, then you must be somebody who is a blasphemer. And you know what they do to blasphemers? The infidels, the Kafirs, right? They burn us or cut off our head. So if they are using the money in the name of Ramadan, if politicians can still have the audacity to steal money in the name of Ramadan, they always get so angry when somebody points out the fraud that you are believing in. When criminal politicians says, I am a Muslim like you. And somehow, when they come out, when they are exposed, some of you feel like it is an attack on Islam. But yet, money they miss. You are the champion of Haram. Haram. Any small thing haram. If anybody do something, you say, nah, haram. Oh, you cut off their head. Stone them to death. But the real criminals who are in front of you, they don't care. They are also stealing in the name of Ramadan. Takula. I'm going to go check something. What is the Sokoto State? Listen, Sokoto State collected 8.4 billion in March. So as the federal allocation, so Sokoto is now going to spend 6.7 billion feeding the people during Ramadan. Here is another one. Katsina. Where is Katsina? So Katsina got 9.8 billion naira as the monthly allocation for March. Now, Katsina is going to spend 10 billion naira feeding the people during Ramadan. Haba. So which money they will take pay salary? Which money they will take pay contractors constructing? That can wait. So they go use the whole allocation for this month to feed people for Ramadan. Come borrow money, join them. Haba mana. Is that not haram? Ha. I go check Jigawa. I'm gonna Kano. Kano. Kano want to spend, hang on, let's first talk. Kano collected 13 billion, 13.6 billion. And Kano will now spend 6 billion of that money, half of it, to feed people for Ramadan. Abamana. Eh? Is Allah happy with this one now? Do you think Allah is going to be happy? I don't think so. Because Allah go see say, this one na be with you. These are the things we are pointing out. But since it is Ramadan, it is Islam, and you don't want to offend the mumus, you don't want to offend the mugus, you don't want to offend the mofos, because they don't want to, they will tell you, it's for Ramadan, it's for Ramadan. The mofos don't care that they are even scamming them in the name of Allah. They are comfortable with it. It's a mad Ramadan Karim Jare. So those of you who are really fasting, they know they take break. Terrorists know they take break during Ramadan. They have no respect for Ramadan. They have no respect for Allah. Your criminal politicians know they take break during Ramadan. May they no steal at all. May they just try to look for the face of Allah and do good. Like, is that too much? Is that really too much? Have you ever asked yourselves that? Like, on my way to, it's true. Like, there is no break at all. Oh. The devil, where they come after us, the devil know they sleep. Oh, you know they take break. Oh. These criminal politicians, even we say Lent day, right? You know they are doing Lent right now. The Christians are fasting. Yeah, they've been fasting before the Ramadan. Now, the two religions in Nigeria who are like Christian Muslims, they are currently fasting. But money still they miss. They still they cook figure. They still they cook fraud. They still they plan to dupe their people. In Ramadan, Wale mini, so now me you won't cut off my own head. Because I be infidel. I be kafirin. Emi Abdul Rashid Omoro. Yeah, Emi Rashid Omoro. Because you see, sometimes, Ijoba Orun, sometimes, well, maybe all the time, Ijoba Orun Agbara Woni. You say, Emi Rashid, because that's my Muslim name. If I don't want you to cut off my head now, you just say, Takula. I'm Rashid, and all that stuff, right? But the truth of the matter is this. I am your easy target. The real criminals who are actually committing sin, committing haram. A lot of you will defend them and say, but Shomo, you know that, but now she won't suppose we pay, you know? So if people will still use Ramadan to steal, I don't think these guys fear anything at all. Not that they really fear anything, but some of you just want to believe that God, they see them. God is going to see them. And the rest of that. Like, why would you steal during fasting? You're supposed to be holy. You know, like, you are not supposed to be doing anything illegal. Even me, we be say I don't get religion. Are they holy in the month of holiness? Lento, Ramadan, I'm holy. But yet, the criminals who are using the religion to drink you, use the religion to, you know what I mean? They do not respect it. God bless you, Jare. One true emperor. I saw your message earlier. I would have dumped it. You saw those two presentations, right? One is from Anambra. One is from Abia. And in my own opinion, right? That's why I asked Kelly, I said, what is the difference between what Alex Otti was doing there, which is Julius Baja, by the way? And some people will believe that Julius Baja knows what they are doing, Abi. But I was expecting them to actually mix the cement with granite, not with water. You don't mix it with water. Just that cement. I've seen road construction here too, here in Glasgow, where they had to use any of such, like, you know, as part of the underlay, using the concrete flooring for your road construction. I've seen that here too. So what they do is that you will mix the cement with the granite, the okuta, the stones. You mix it. You don't mix water or anything. And you can still feel the dust of the cement, but you just mix that and they pour that away there, carefully at a level. Once they measure, once they have that all in place, then they can put other things on it before you finally see that dark, beautiful road. So I didn't see, we didn't see how they were pouring it like that of Soludol or Soludombo. For that of Soludom, right? They actually placed the bags of cement on that road. Okay, they paid somebody to open them and pour them on the road like that. Maybe they will now bring somebody later or a machine later to spread it all over the thing, but it's going to wash off. It's a waste of money. That's what they do intentionally so that next year, the same road will be back in the Anambra budget. Okay? And I've seen Soludo complain to some of these contractors publicly too. That's to tell you that he himself can acknowledge that they are doing some shoddy, terrible job for him when it comes to road construction and some of this construction. So that's why I asked earlier that is that guy being for real or is being sarcastic? Because he can't really be for real. And some said, no, he's a sycophant. And some said, no, he's being sarcastic. But that wasn't good. I didn't see, I have to say, I did not see if that of Alex Soti too, they just poured the cement, used the grader, right? To sort of spread it, and it looks like, yeah, or if that was mixed with any granite. Again, you all saw what you saw. I also probably saw what I saw, and the time will tell. But the difference could be told too. It could be told, right? If to say some machines did that road of that of Soludom, maybe it can look a little bit different, but a lot of others actually discovered that there is no drainage. There were drainages in that of Alex Soti, right? Anyway, I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, One True Emperor. Okay, you are far too kind. Thank you. Now, I was going to take calls tonight, but I am going to postpone it to tomorrow morning. So if you have anything you want to add to what I have shared tonight, see, we didn't have much video interval. I just spoke, straight from the heart, okay? Straight at 2 hours chart. Now, I do not know which of them you probably managed to connect to any of my message. Or if you probably enjoyed this, right? Like the broadcast, share it. Subscribe to my channel as well so that you won't miss anything per se. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, usually in the noon. So whatever you have in mind then or now, you probably will share that with us then. Good evening.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayíbi ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti